Okay, so what we've done so far, we're getting ready to do a porcelain crown. We've prepared the surface with a Joe Dandy disc, just prepared it, thinned it down to about a half a millimeter in thickness on the facial where we're going to put the porcelain. We then ultrasonicked it in water for about, in distilled water, for about 5 minutes to clean any impurities off. We then took it, put it in the oven, and we ran it up on the degassing cycle, which is indicated on the envelope that the metal came in. We're now going to start placing the porcelain. We're going to use the easy opaque porcelain tubes like this. We'll put just a dab of it right down here on the tray. We have a tray labeled C1 for the different porcelain shades that we use. We're going to grab a little bit of opaque liquid and put just a drop right here on some of the opaque used in the past, just so that we have a little bit so we can put some moisture right on the tooth. And we want to have just a really light coat so that it takes care of the surface area. We'll take most of that off with some, I'm going to take, by the way, that was with some tissue paper. We're going to take just a little bit of this easy opaque and put it right on the tooth. A nice thin coat that goes all the way out and covers the metal down to the edges. Now it seems like I got just a little bit too much, so I'm going to put that there, take a little bit of the excess off. I'm going to bring it out so that it kind of covers everything. I want a very, very thin coat. I went over the edge just a little bit too far, so I'm wiping it clear with the Kleenex. Still just a little bit too much of the easy opaque. Now, when I wax this, I actually put a little pin on the back of this so I could hold on to it, and I want to vibrate this with the vibration portion right here. And I'm just guiding where the,
Does that get rid of air bubbles?
I'm just making it flow to where I want it to go. And I'm using gravity to pull it to about the places I want it to go. I'm trying to get that little spot right there covered with the opaque. So I just take a touch right there. Now I've got it pretty much coated. And we've got a fairly uniform thickness of the material here. I'm going to come back and just double check, make sure I don't have too much. Okay, vibrate just a little bit. And then just a tiny little bit right on those spots, so we have a nice, really thin, even coat of opaque over the metal. Once again, we're going to vibrate just a touch more. And now we're fairly even across everything. We're going to then take a little bit of the tissue paper and just absorb some of that moisture right out of the opaque. Just by coming over the top of it from behind.
Did that actually do something?
Yeah, let's use another piece. Just up to the edge. And as it absorbs the moisture out of the thing, it'll start to get dry. Okay, I'm going to vibrate just a touch more. It's fairly close. I'm going to set this on this pin, preferably where I could have it hold better. We'll set this in the oven here. Stop the program. The opaque one is now program number 2, and we'll start it. And that will heat. This is the program cycle. I don't know if you can see it if you get in close.